belated 27th day of the 31 days, 31 days of Halloween, also known as Brian. So, anyways, I watched another film today, and I don't like it at all, really. Maybe the starting was kind of interesting, but it quickly lost my interest, and even the ending really. There's just a tiny bit of the ending that looked interesting, but basically it was a mess, and that's the church, presented by Dario Argento, the Dario Argento collection. Um, he didn't direct this, but I guess maybe he wrote the story or produced it or whatever. And it's an awful movie, in my opinion. I have thought, I've watched Joe Bob Briggs' Last Drive-In on Shudder, and like he did one on demons, which Fulci did. Luciano, I think his first name is Fulci, and I think he was saying, like, even though the film, I can't remember. Maybe he said the film was terrible, but that's not the point of it, or that's the way they make films in Italy. I can't remember what he said, but I guess maybe they don't care how they made this movie, but I just hated this movie. I guess you could say I hated this movie. At the start of the movie, they had the Teutonic Knights on horseback headed towards this town. They come to the town, they kill all these townspeople, they throw them in a pit, and they decide they're going to build a church on top of this pit of dead villagers. So fast forward to the 20th century? Yeah, 20th century, like 1980s it seems like. What year did this come out? Trying to find a date on here. It says 2002, but when it was, I guess, released on DVD, but 19... I think it's 1988. 83. Awful movie. Awful. I mean, this is probably the worst one that I've watched. I wouldn't recommend this. I mean, it has, even though, well, not even though, there's some gore in it, but it doesn't really bother. It's just a very stupid movie. At one point, all these people get stuck inside the church. I don't know why. There are all these sorts of people. There's this field trip with this teacher, and she loses her glasses, and she gets impaled by a spike, and they're shooting a fashion shoot in the church for some reason. I don't know why, and they can only find one way to get out of the church, one door, which is preposterous to me. And the woman for the fashion shoot, she's dressed as a bride, and she's tied. She's held in by the door because of the bridal veil. So they cut her out. Awful movie. What else? This old couple. I don't even know if I care at all about this movie. I mean, just incidents happening, nothing making any sense. A young couple, they fall down this pit. They open the bottom of the pit. The girl falls out of the guy's hands. She hits a subway train. That doesn't have any link to the film. Maybe it's supposed to make some sense, or maybe they had to shoot it a certain way, or they were rushed making the film, so it turned out the way it did. So maybe there are fans of this film, but I can't just say it enough. I hated this movie. I wanted it to end. I'm trying to do right now, basically not looking on my Blu-ray player to see how much time is left on the film. Just let the experience, even if I don't like it, just let it go. So so I don't notice the time. But after about an hour in, I just clicked it on, and I saw that I had 40 minutes left. I don't want to watch the film ever again. I don't think, you know. Oh, and they had this awful. They say this the church is inhabited by demons. They had this guy in a demon suit. You could tell it's like rubber latex, and you could tell it looks fake. You could tell it's a guy in a rubber latex suit. So just awful movie, awful. I mean, terrible. And so obviously I'm gonna give this below 3 stars. So I'll give it. Well, let's see. Either 1.5 or 1. I'm going to give it. I'm going to give it 1 star. I mean, the starting was the only thing I liked of the whole film. With in the village, you know, it's in the medieval past or whenever that was. But the rest of it just sucks terrible. It's just awful movie. I know I say awful so much. I know I say hated so much, but you can tell why I really despise this movie. Anyways, that does that. I'm done with that. I don't want to watch that again, or at least for quite some time. I do like watching bad movies because you get to see the flaws in the film, and you get to see like where they could have. You might come up with theories and like how to strengthen the film. I don't know. Maybe you should just leave this one in the graveyard. Maybe you should just move on. You know, it's just nothing. Just scenes that don't make any sense and things that don't connect and all these things just thrown together, you know, like a salad that isn't prepared, you know, just thrown ingredients and not paying any attention to what's in the salad or what's in the soup, you know, or what's in the recipe. It's just thrown ingredients together and like to hell with it, you know. So that's my review of The Church. 1 star out of 5. So that means not even fair. Fair would be 2. It's poor. It's awful. It's a bomb. It's avoided at all costs. So that's my review. I've got four left. 4 movies left to watch. So it's 20. This is day 27. Yes, day 27. So I think. You know, I have another one called The Antichrist, and it looks like it's an Italian one. I think I'm just gonna pass over it for the time being. I'll watch it maybe at some point, but I don't see the rush. I have a few other movies, horror movies, that I collected together in a bag. Brotherhood of the Wolf, but I think I've seen it before, but I can't remember. The Relic, which I think I've seen before. And I think there was one other movie I have, another horror movie. Oh, it's The Mummy. It wasn't the first Mummy. Maybe it's The Mummy Returns or something. But I think what I'm going to do for the last 4 films is I'm going to go streaming with the streaming option. I'm going to do 3 movie films, which will be Manhunter, the George Romero film, which I can't remember the title of, and then David Cronenberg's Shivers. And then I think I'm going to go to Shudder, the horror streaming site, and watch Halloween 5. So I think that's what's going to finish it off. So, anyways, you know, somebody mentioned who I just came across recently. Never knew of this person beforehand. This person recommended that I do a film noir series. I'm not sure if I'll do one right away, but you know, I have thought of doing some other types of series or subject matter, whatever. I had thought of doing like I have a top 10 of favorite films, but they can be replaced by other films by the same directors in that top 10 or by other directors that are not in that top 10. So technically I really have like 40, 50 favorite films of all time, or maybe it's 60 for all I know. But I thought of doing that. And I also thought maybe I should try something like Iranian films. Now I don't think I own any Iranian films. Well, one I believe. I have Baran. That's on videotape. But I have these streaming services like Fandor, and Fandor has some Iranian films on it. Sometimes Mubi will have, Mubi has here and there, film from Iran, a film from North Korea, a film from, somewhere in Africa, I like to get into some cinema that most people might not be associated with all the time, because it's from far corners of the world that you never hear of. Or maybe places where you do hear of, like Iran and North Korea, but you're not really aware of the culture or anything because you haven't been in touch with their movies. So I thought of maybe I should do a series on Iranian films. I don't know if it could be a monthly daily series, but I thought of that. But also I would like to get back to the playing with my guitars and my MIDI keyboard and my garage band music. So anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do next, but at least I'm going to try to finish this marathon off, and then I'll decide from there where to go. So anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate all the comments. Sorry if I haven't answered all your comments right away or whatever, but I don't know. And I'd like to watch everybody else's Halloween marathons stuff, but I don't know. It's, it takes up a lot of your time watching your own movies and, doing other things that you have to do, like errands and whatever. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. And by the way, so I'm taping this at maybe it's 1:30 in the morning right now on a Wednesday, it's from past Monday night. It's early Tuesday now. Technically it's Monday night, but anyways, I don't think I'm gonna upload this to YouTube tonight. It'll take too long, and I want to get a good night's sleep. And I think I'll upload it tomorrow, Tuesday, in the afternoon or evening. So anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Watch some scary movies. See you later.